It's 5 p.m. Call the April 15th. Edward, you can turn down the volume just a little bit. April 15th meeting, public communication closed session items. Members of the public may address the board on items not on the agenda. Speakers may be allowed 3 minutes unless the time limit is waived by a majority of the board. The board will allow comments by members of the public on an agenda item during consideration of the item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Complaints against specific district employees should be resolved through the district's personal complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt a speaker from any potential liability for defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are part of the public record. At this time, does anybody have anything they'd like to address the board before we go to closed session? Seeing none, we will go to closed session. Oh, you're right. Mr. Bazar? Ms. Hurst?
I think.
Ms. Forty?
Here.
Mr. Rivas?
Yes, I'm here.
And myself, Mr. Cabos here.
I think.
All right, we'll go to closed session at 5:04 p.m. All right, 6 p.m. Call the open session in order. First item up for business is the flag salute. That's going to be led by Carlos Carranza tonight. Everybody, please rise.
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Carlos. Item B, report out of action taken in closed session. There's nothing to report tonight. Item 5, public communication agenda and non-agenda items. Members of the public may address the board on items not on the agenda. Speakers will be allowed 3 minutes unless the time limit is waived by a majority of the board. The board will allow comments by members of the public on an agenda item during consideration of the item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Complaints against specific district employees should be resolved through the district's personal complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt the speaker from any potential liability for defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are part of the public record. Up first tonight, Mr. Jeremy Pinelli. Step on up to the podium. You may begin, sir.
Hello. Hi, I'm Jeremy Pinelli. My heart's beating out of my chest. As all my teachers know, I love talking in class. I don't like talking here. As you can see, I'm not wearing blue today, and it's totally not because I forgot to wear a blue shirt. It's because I'm here as the campus supervisor, Jeremy, not as a CSEA member, but purely as the guy on campus who keeps your kids safe. In my time as a campus supervisor, I've experienced and had to handle many EMS situations, emergency medical situations. And some of you have been privy to that. Mr. Cabral is very quick to respond whenever we have an EMS situation at our school, and I thank him for that. It's been invaluable to our staff. Another person who's always been quick to respond to our EMS situations or any situation has been one of our health clerks who is up for layoffs. I will not say their name, but know that person, and many of you know who I'm talking about, They are amazing. They have helped us with overdoses, suicide attempts, a whole laundry list of just nasty things. And these people, this person, they run when I have a situation. They run. They are invaluable to me and the rest of our staff and our kids. And we would be doing all of our kids a disservice if we would be getting rid of that person. I have pretty much nothing else to say besides, please. That person had no idea I would be here today. I didn't even think I would really say anything until I walked through these doors and saw all these people. The last thing I'll say is I had a student basically deglove their finger. I won't go into much more detail, but we had a trail of blood across the entire campus. The person that got there, or when that student got there, and what was quickly dealt with, pretty much treated up, triaged, whatever you want to say. Bleeding was stopped quickly due to this person's actions, and our seasoned health clerk, granted, she is also an amazing health clerk. She told me flat out, I would not have known what to do in that situation. This person has skills, and I'm sure the other health clerk is invaluable to their staff too. I don't know where they're at. I don't even know who they are. But I do know about the one that I work with, and there's no way I would ever foresee laying someone off. We are in a mental health crisis, which means we are in a health crisis, and we cannot be getting rid of health staff, period. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. And our next speaker is Claudia Diaz.
Claudia is very short. I'm sorry. This needs to come down. Good evening, distinguished board members, teachers, and friends. My name is Claudia Diaz, and I'm here as a mom, a wife, and as a classified employee. This coming October will mark 12 years that I'll be working for the district if my hours are not reduced or my position is not eliminated. I also have 1 year prior to my employment where I was a full-time classroom kinder mom. I worked for the district under the titles of kinder board facilitator, yard duty, ASP, and beyond the bell leader, and I'm currently a bilingual aide at Von Renner. Let me share with you what these classified positions under any of these titles have gotten you on any given day. I'm an intervention teacher. Sometimes it's one-on-one, sometimes it's in a group setting. I'm an interpreter, a counselor, a nurse, a guide, a cheerleader, a bridge between classified, certificated, admin, and families, a coach, and a friend. I'm the welcome wagon in the morning at the back gate where I try to inject happiness, wise words, love, and laughter to our kids so they start the day with a positive attitude. Sometimes I'm also the hug whisperer when it's needed. I'm so passionate about my work, and I love what I do so much that it brought my husband and my daughter to the district. Both also work under the classified umbrella. Both also wear many hats during their shifts, and we're not alone in doing this. All of classified goes above and beyond. We are not a one-trick pony. We are so much more. We're extremely dedicated and take pride in our work day in and day out. What I'm trying to convey is that I'm more than my current title, all classified is. I'm essential to my kids, my school, and our district. We all are. As you're considering what corners to cut to make the budget work, I'm sure I'll need to remind you that your actions affect entire families. I'm asking you to please look elsewhere to cut and save money, because the last thing I want to do is for our family to have to turn in resignation letters for the positions we currently call blessings. We as classified are strong, we are committed, we empower each other, our sites and our district. We bring plenty with our devotion and passion. We are all essential, and we all definitely help make a great district even greater with our talents. Please keep that in mind as you and us navigate these challenging times. I appreciate your time, attention, and understanding in this matter. Sincerely, a very dedicated and devoted classified employee. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker tonight is Shaughnessy Payne.
I'm like Jeremy. I love to be in my classroom and speaking to my parents and my students, but getting in front of here is a little nerve-wracking. I want to take this time to say that I am the Newman Crows Landing Teachers Association president this year. I've stepped into that position to help our teachers out, to be their spokesperson. I'd like to take this time to thank all of CSEA who has attended this meeting today, and all of the NCLTA, because we are the people who work directly in contact with the students. We are the ones who work with them day to day. So I want to take this time and thank each and every one of you for coming tonight. Thank you.
Elsa Juarez, you're up next.
Okay, this is more difficult to adjust than I thought. Okay. Good evening, NCLUSD school board members, administrators, staff, teachers, and community members. My name is Elsa Juarez. I have been a history teacher at Yolo Middle School for 26 years. I'm here to address the information that NCLTA members received regarding the district's offer to increase teacher salaries by 1.5%. The state of California fully funded an 8.22% cost of living adjustment. Now, just to be clear and to make sure that we all understand, cost of living adjustment refers to the amount needed to keep up with inflation. It is not a raise in the sense that our buying power as consumers will increase. 8.22 is what is needed to continue to be able to pay our bills and put food on the table for our families. There is absolutely no reason as to why this district and board should not pass on to its teachers the state allocated funds that it has received. In recent board meetings, various board members made reference to funding looking bleak and that the district is financially not where it needs to be. Is this claim going to continue to be made all the while continue to keep on Mr. Hennis as interim assistant superintendent, even though we now have a very capable Dr. Ceja? This is not fiscally irresponsible decision. And unfortunately, it is not the only fiscally irresponsible decision this board has recently made. For the sake of time, I will not go into the detail as to which decisions I'm referring to, but we know that there are monies going to things that reflect bad choices that the district leadership and this board have made. Seems to me that the district leadership and NCLUSD board members are attempting to clean up their fiscal irresponsibility on the backs of teachers and supporting staff. This is not what should be happening. If anything, maybe it's time to tap into those district reserves. Bottom line is that the district received 8.22% cost of living adjustment, and to offer 1.5%, honestly, I find really insulting. Surrounding districts are not doing what this district is doing. Gustine received 6.5%, Hillmar 4.75%, plus an additional $1,000 towards their health benefits, for a total of 7.22. Merced Union 8.22, with the state fully funded. Planada 8.22, again with the state fully funded. Outwater received 10%, above what the state fully funded. Livingston 10% also above what the state fully funded. I am asking this board to do what is right and give teachers and supporting staff the monies that the state of California has passed on to you and we require in order to continue providing for our families. Thank you.
Next speaker tonight, Cynthia Bautista.
Good evening, parents, staff, Neiman community, and you board members. My name is Cynthia Bautista and I teach at Yolo Middle School. This is my, I think, 8th or 9th year. I do not teach math. I'm an ELA teacher. I stand before you today with a pressing concern that affects the very backbone of our educational system, the compensation of our teachers. As we deliberate on this matter, it's imperative that we consider the broader context, particularly in comparison to neighboring districts, as mentioned. First and foremost, let's address the issue of competitive compensation. It's no secret that neighboring districts are receiving more of a significant raise, such as 8%. This stark contrast in pay raises threatens to lure away our most dedicated educators to districts offering more attractive salaries. As stewards of our educational community, it's our duty to ensure that our teachers are fairly compensated for their invaluable contributions. Moreover, we must confront the harsh reality of cost of living. While a 1.5% raise appears sufficient on the surface, it fails to keep pace with the relentless upward trajectory of living expenses in our area. Housing, utilities, healthcare, all essentials for our teachers and their families continue to climb in costs. A raise below the rate of inflation effectively amounts to a pay cut, placing undue financial strain on those we entrust with shaping the minds of our future leaders. Consider too the critical issue of teacher morale and retention. When our educators feel undervalued financially, it jeopardizes not only their well-being, but also the stability of our entire educational system. High turnover rates disrupt the learning environment, erode institutional knowledge, and incur unnecessary costs for recruitment and training. We owe it to our teachers and our students to foster an environment where dedication and commitment are met with equitable compensation. Let us not forget the broader implications of investing in our educators. By providing fair and competitive salaries, we signal to the community our unwavering commitment to quality education. Well-compensated teachers are more likely to stay in the profession, continually honing their skills and providing unparalleled educational experiences for our students. This investment in our teachers is an investment in the future prosperity of our community. In closing, I urge you to consider the gravity of our decision by advocating for more substantial raise for our teachers. We affirm our commitment to excellence in education and uphold the values of fairness and respect within our educational community. Let us stand together in support of our teachers and the bright future they inspire in our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next is Anna Ramirez.
Good evening. My name is Anna Ramirez, and I am a regional rep for 9 chapters in the area. And Newman Crows Landing is one of those chapters. I'm here on behalf to speak of the Newman Crows Landing President, Brittany Clark. She could not make it this evening because she is in Sacramento lobbying. And so I will read her speech. Good evening. I apologize for not being able to attend in person, as I am currently in Sacramento lobbying for legislators to look at funding for education, among other important legislation to support our classified employees, because as Mrs. Confetti had stated last meeting, there was a larger fight. We are here standing in support and in solidarity with the teachers. She did need to stress the importance of her absence to ensure that these are fights that are connected, but they are not equal, and you need to be a part of it too. These are concerns to address: the hiring of management at a higher level and deficit spending of services that are not always rendered. While I appreciate the work the district has done to rescind a few layoff notices and restore hours to instructional aides for one more year, that will be discussed later tonight, this does not solve the bigger problem. The last time she spoke was differences in percentages due to Me Too clauses when comparing raises from employees to your management class. In this conversation, she discussed her concerns hiring those earning more than teachers and higher steps in beginning salaries on a regular basis. It's disheartening to know that this is happening again tonight with hiring of 2 directors starting at over $150,000, which is previously step 5 for directors on the certificated management salary. Again, we are hiring high instead of letting those in the new positions to work through the ranks. Also, again, approving spending of over $2 million this month. She's pointed out in the past expenses on different Amazon alone, and understanding that these numbers have been inflated by the spending of specific funded programs. Just on this month, of over $1 million for the school year. Again, not having warrants dip under $1 million is an oddity for the district history, and add the monetary concerns and optics, whether specifically funded or not. We fight day and night, not just with Newman Crows Landing, but we have Turlock, we have Newman, of course, and Chatham Union School District, neighboring school districts that if it matters to Newman, it matters to the area. We close the schools daily, classified employees, support staff. We keep kids safe. We feed them, we keep them focused. We are what makes those schools run. In fact, they even set up for this evening. We have a vested interest to work together. Parents can't do it alone. Teachers can't do it alone. Admin can't do it alone. It takes a village to raise a student. We're here tonight to please ask you, when you need to make those decisions, keep in mind, people are programs. You cut people, you cut programs that affect students. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Maria Andretti.
Oh, shoot, sorry. I broke it. Sorry. First time I'm doing this and I'm breaking stuff. Sorry, I don't have enough money to pay for it. Okay. Thank you for all those who heard it. Good evening, school board members, district office, and my colleagues, students, some of you former kids, Senor Andrade, if you forgot, it's me. Tonight, and my colleagues, one of the best group of people I've ever worked with. So, and when I say colleagues, I also mean the support staff that's here tonight. It's so awesome that you guys are here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. My name again is Maria Andrade. I teach Spanish to 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at Yolo Middle School. This will be my 8th year at NCLUSD, but my 19th year as a teacher. Every year I've been with the union, whatever district I've been at, I've been a union member. I'm here tonight to ask the board, why is the district negotiating team offering a 1.5% raise to us? When, as one of my colleagues have said already, the state has given us a COLA of 8.22. Why? When even Ms. Mendoza last December had her presentation for projections was at 8.22. I'm wondering why. Has anyone on this board asked 8.22 presented, yet 1.5 is being offered? Any of you? A 6.72 difference. Where's that money going to? If it's not allocated to the teachers, then to who or what? This district likes to say that they base their decisions on what is best for the student. Well, what is best for the student, right? To have an experienced teacher who knows the community and the families in this district. An experienced teacher who works beyond their contractual hours, meaning they work for free throughout the year. An experienced teacher who has classroom management skills, knows their subject matter, and creates and secures an engaging environment. Will we retain experienced teachers when other districts in the surrounding areas offer more to their teachers? When it comes to the COLA, cost of living adjustment, we are asking for what is fair, no more and no less. The state of California has an 8.22 pay increase for teachers for the 2023-24 school year. It is the middle of April. After this week, we will have 7 more weeks of school for this academic year. And this tactic of lowballing teachers is being done by this negotiation team is disrespectful and insulting. This 1.5 offer is given by a team that doesn't see teachers as human beings, but as numbers. I ask you, Mr. Cabral, Mr. Rivas, Ms. Conforti, Ms. Hurst, and Mr. Bazar. Look at each of these educators here tonight. We love what we do, but loving what we do does not pay our bills. Just as the board was justifying your own stipends earlier this year, I remember Ms. Conforti mentioning about how expensive gas was getting because she was coming from Diablo Grande. I remember Mr. Bazar saying, how can we attract more quality candidates to run for the school board if we don't increase the stipend? So we should also consider, how are we going to keep our teachers here? We never want to treat our children as numbers in the classroom, yet it's okay to treat our teachers as numbers in this district. Thank you.
All right, item number 6, approval of the agenda. Take a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
I second.
Mr. Bazar? Ms. Conforti?
Aye.
Ms. Hurst?
Aye.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
And myself will aye. Item number 7, information discussion items. Item A, student representative report, Ms. Grace Studer.
Hello, everyone. This past month at Oris Simba, returning students finished balloting for next year's classes, and we had a great outturn on our Warrior Showcase. Seniors were able to begin purchasing prom tickets last week. Seniors also received their Jostens orders for cap and gowns. Recently, we also had 2 of our board members, Mr. Cabral and Ms. Hurst, visit the OHS Associated Student Body during one of our weekly morning meetings to observe how we run our meetings and answer any questions students had. Senior interviews were held from March 25th to the 27th, and we had a 100% pass rate. As for sports, the tennis team is undefeated in league, and they're on track for a 3rd league championship in a row. Boys volleyball is 2nd place in league, and it looks like they will be qualifying for playoffs for the first time in program history. The track team won their first 2 league meets. Track athlete Mia Quevedo set the school record in the 300-meter hurdles at 50.9 seconds. Another athlete, Sophia Dooley, set the school record in shot put at 33 feet and 7 inches. On to upcoming events. Prom is quickly approaching, so the Associated Student Body will be busy the whole week of prom to help set up. And this Friday, April 19th, the Associated Student Body will be having a prom box clean out to pick items that suit the prom theme. On April 22nd, we have the Tosca Top 20 celebration, and that will be held in the cafeteria this year. AP testing begins in May, and students will be testing from May 7th till May 24th. May is a very busy month for seniors. On May 4th, we have our senior prom. Shortly after, we have our Disney and Universal trip. on May 13th and 14th. The next day, May 15th, we have the Tosca Award Ceremony. Senior Awards is May 23rd, Senior Sunset is May 29th, Senior Walk is May 30th, and then graduation is May 31st. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. All right, for the next item, I'm actually gonna stand up and I can have the rest of the board members coming to the front. I don't need a microphone. I can talk pretty loud. Come on up, Grace.
More back here.
As you guys know, Grace has been doing a great job as a student rep for the last year. She's getting ready to leave us to go to Irvine. So congratulate you for that and all your hard work. It's a small token of our appreciation. And I'm told the rest of it is still en route. It was on that cargo ship that hit the bridge, so it's gonna be a little back on this, okay? Congratulations. Item number C, attendance awards. Ms. Vargas, would you like to come on up?
I'm sure the babies and their parents are probably happy I'm getting these up off the carpet because this was a big tease to have them right there in crawling view. So we're going to go ahead and start off with one of the things our district focuses on the most, which is least chronically absent. And this award goes to Von Renner Elementary. And the next two awards go to the same site. This is best staff attendance and best student attendance goes to Benita Elementary. Mrs. Skivas loves walking in front of the whole board and community. Congratulations.
Thank you. Item D, Yolo Middle School presentation by Ms. Palacios.
Am I clicking?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna trust me with the clicker? Okay. Tonight, as a principal of YOLO, I have the opportunity to highlight our school. I have to tell you, it was a very difficult decision to make to choose one thing to highlight. And I think the reason for that is proof in this room that our schools are filled with amazing people and staff. And I think someone said it earlier, that it does take a village to raise our students. And we do truly believe that at YOLO, and that is part of our school culture. But tonight I had to make the decision, and tonight we're highlighting our counseling department, and I have my team here to help me do that. I am missing one of my team members. She wasn't able to attend tonight, but she regrets not being here tonight. But the reason for highlighting our counseling department is because it's a growing department of ours. Last year, we only had one counselor. We were able to gain the second counselor at the end of the year. And this year we started off with both counselors. And honestly, the things that we've been able to accomplish with both of our counselors is worth highlighting to all of you tonight. So the three critical pieces that our counseling department supports in is data or collecting input from our staff, from our students, from our parents, also academic support, and a huge piece is our school culture. At the beginning of the year, our counselors put out a needs assessment and they survey our students, our staff, and our parents. And the purpose of the survey is just to collect information on areas of need. It helps our counselors put together some goals for them moving forward, and it helps them make sure that they're meeting the needs of our students. So if you can see up there on the survey data, we surveyed 373 students. I want you to specifically focus on the top two areas in each category. So our students say that they have a need in enhancing their study skills and school success, and also a need in gaining support and anxiety and stress. Our staff say, 45 staff say that there's a need for our students to set goals, and also a need for study skills and school success for our students. When we surveyed our parents have the two goals of self-esteem and goal setting. I will say we present this information to our parents and to our staff. And it's always surprising to our parents to see that our students are genuinely interested in doing better, as you can see from that top category. They want to do better in school, they want to do better in class, and they want to achieve success. So they want to focus on study skills and school success. The next portion is our academics. And to talk about our academics, I want to present to you half of our counseling team, and that is Mr. Eddie.
So good evening, board members, Mr. Pruitt, and cabinet members. My name is Mr. Eddie Davila. I go by Mr. Eddie at Yolo Middle School. And so our focus, we're very data-driven school. Our program is data-driven. Again, we speak to the stakeholders, the parents, our staff, and our students, and in order to be able to provide them the tools that they need, one, to succeed, one, so they can help their students succeed, and another to help their child succeed. So we cover all three areas: our students, our staff, and our parents. So in the academics portion of it, some of the tools that we're providing the students currently is with our homework club. So we have 5 teachers offering homework club, 1 teacher for each day, after school from 3 to 4. That does not include the teachers who do stay on their own after school to help students out. Subjects included are math, ELA, and science. But again, there's also teachers that stay that teach other subjects to support their students. Right now, we have our academic recovery for our at-risk students and our eligible 8th graders as well. So they do have another opportunity to be able to promote. We also, this year, we were able to partner up with CSU Stanislaus Mini Corps, and we were able to have 5 tutors that come to our school Monday through Friday at various hours, depending on their school schedule. They support students in private tutoring during their study hall classes, math support, ELD. They're also after school supporting students in after school homework club, or also in little small groups as well. They do support students in resource and other classes as requested as well. And out of the 5 tutors that we do have there, 3 of them are alumni from the Newman-Crows Landing School District. So with our 8th graders, so last year school year, check-ins were only done with students that were deemed at risk, just due to having 1 counselor there. With the data collected, 27 students were at risk and 13 eighth graders were ineligible based on their first semester. Currently, 2003-20 and 2024 school data. So we, Ms. D, Ms. Sarah, and myself, we check in with every eighth grader at least 4 times. That's once every quarter, not including those students who are at risk and students who are ineligible. We do more frequent check-ins with them, as well as help create a plan so they can succeed at YOLO. Currently, as Grace posted, there's 31 at-risk students and 7 eighth graders who are ineligible based on their first semester. However, once again, those 7 eighth graders are on contracts right now on our at-risk academic recovery program, and they are getting support by the teachers and our counselors at SEL. So parents are notified as well. We try to be very transparent with our parents as well when we are dealing with their academics. So we do on Parent School notify parents when we will be doing academic check-ins with our students, as well as at-risk students. Our parents are notified as constantly every time we do a check-in with the students. And our 7th and our 8th graders who are ineligible as well, parents are being notified every time we do meet with that student. So a lot of our check-ins, so data collected last year, Ms. D, to her just being one counselor at YOLO, she was able, from the months of August to December, she was able to check in with 289 students. As of first semester this school year, from August to December with an additional counselor, we have been able to check in with over 1,030 students. And when I say check-ins, it can be anywhere from services that we're providing through a referral, academic check-in, a crisis check-in, or if there's any social emotional need. And by the end of the school year, we foresee getting close to 3,000 or more check-ins with the students. So school culture, we'll have Ms. Palacio touch base a little bit on that.
So school culture is a big piece of our campus. Our school motto is to be Panther proud. And through that, we create a common language for our students. And that common language is presented to our students through our Panther Proud presentations in the classroom with the teachers. So you can see that last year, our counselor, only one, was able to go into classrooms and present 52 lessons to our students about our Panther Proud motto. And those presentations vary. It just depends on what the focus is, areas of interest, areas of need. Sometimes the presentation is based on student request, sometimes teacher request, and sometimes even parent request. It just depends on what's happening at that time. But you can see now from January or from August to December, we were able to complete 72 in-classroom presentations, and January through May, we're expected to complete 87. So it's a huge improvement of being able to get into the classrooms with our 2 counselors. The best part about that is that we get a chance to see our counselors and our teachers working together, and our teachers get a chance to hear the message that is being delivered to the students. And then that common language happens not just with our counselors, but with our teachers, with our support staff, with our students. And we see aspects of it off campus. There's been times where we have other teams come on our campus and they're not being very respectful. They're not being very nice. They're being a little competitive. Our students will come to us and say, hey, they're not being very Panther proud right now. So we know that that message is getting delivered and they know exactly how to use it, which is important to us.
So just to piggyback on the proud presentation, so it's the message, the overall, the Panther proud character traits, it's the same. However, each grade we notch it up a little bit. For example, the 8th graders is mostly focused academic wide. 7th grade, you get a little bit more of academic and social emotional. In 6th grade, we focus it on social emotional. So they're getting the same language, but they're getting it in different terms. throughout the whole YOLO, their YOLO stay. So some of the also things that we're focusing with the culture at our school is we are providing more and more activities for students. Again, we all know we give, we give middle school students some free time, and it can either go, bad, or it can go good. So we try to keep them active. We try to keep them active with school events, such as mental health awareness during the lunch activities. We do have minimum of 2 events per month. We partnered up with SCOE as well, and they do send a youth coordinator, program coordinator out once a month to conduct an activity for students. But then myself or Ms. D, along with other clubs at our school, we also try to keep students active by doing activities for them during lunch. We have highlighted here one of the last activities that we did was a suicide prevention awareness day, where again, collaboratively with staff members, we all supported the cause, and we had an event for all students, which was a great success. Another events that we're doing is we're doing the intramurals, the sport tournaments. So we for the months of October through December, we had a flag football tournament. We had over 100 students, 6th through 8th grade students participate. There we worked on teamwork. We worked on them resolving their own problems. We were just there to supervise and tally up the winners or the losers on the tournament. In March, we concluded our 3-on-3 March Madness tournament. And next week, we should be starting our soccer tournament, which we this year we'll be doing a football, which is a mixture of indoor. It's inside the gym, and we'll be doing a tournament so students can be also have something to do during lunch. Besides the sports tournaments, we do have our small groups, which we do call them social groups, that cover different topics from creating friends, from stress management. We call this social group because we want to make it, kind of sound good and not, oh, I'm going to my friends group. So we want to try to use a language that attracts students to participate, which we have been very good at it. So mentoring program. So we do have a mentorship program that we piloted this year to continue and expand on it next year. So this mentorship program is a restorative practice base. The program provides guidance and support for personal and academic growth. The program focuses on goal setting, obstacles overcoming, and tracking progress. Again, the goals for this program is to reduce the discipline referrals, reduce unexcused absences, improve connectiveness to the school, and gain positive mindset on future goals. So in this program itself, we do have a variety of students, from students who have great grades, from students who have challenges coming to school, and students who have also behavior challenges. And we provide them with the tools. So not only it helps them at YOLO, but it also helps them carry on to the high school, and it helps them in long-term wise. So parent presentation, again, based on our needs assessment results, we do have we did conduct an academic expectation. So the same presentation we did to the students, we did it to the parents. So there is a common language between the home and the school of what's expected of the students and what supports are out there for the students. We also conducted a social media linking to mental health, the anxiety, the self-esteem, the social skills, and how to better manage and promote healthy, appropriate use. This last month, we had the post-secondary planning. We geared up parents and provided them with the tools of californiacollege.edu, which is a one-stop shop for college support. And again, the high school uses this website. So we wanted to get a head start and provide our students and our parents with the knowledge of how to use the website. And again, mental health, the definition of mental health, typical stressors, which is our focus for the month of May. Finally, our community outreach. We've been very blessed these last couple of years to host events at our school in collaboration with the high school and with the administrators from the schools here. We've been able to host. We hosted a school district-wide DADS conference at YOLO, as well as a second year we've done a community town hall event. So thank you. Board members that were there to support Mr. Pruitt, as well as some of the cabinet members as well. So again, guys, this is just something briefly of what we have at our school. It's again, a lot of this programs, yes, us counselors help run it, but we can't do it without the support of our team at our school, that is teachers and our office staff. You know, it does take a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to teach a child. And that's one thing that YOLO does, you know, really reflect, you know, with the collaboration between the staff and the teachers, because as counselors, we cannot do this work without the support of a phenomenal team that we do have at YOLO Middle School. So members, if you're ever around, you know, during school hours and you want to stop by, feel free. You guys can see for yourself what the amazing things we're doing at YOLO. But if you do want donuts, show up on a Friday morning, because we have them there too. So thank you very much.
We do want to end with one final piece. You know, we can stand up here and talk about all the great things that we're doing, but if it's not reaching our students, then it's not reaching the right place. So we have Carlos here, who is our student representative, and he's going to speak from his perspective, his experience at YOLO. Full disclosure, we did not bribe him. He is here because he wants to be. He's an amazing student and just a great example of what Panther Proud means to us.
All right, good evening, fellows board members, all of you here today. Hope you guys have been having a great day today. My name is Carlos Carranza. I am currently serving to this day as a vice president at YOLO Middle School. Overall, my experience at YOLO has been very good. Thanks to the school district filled with amazing staff members, all of you here today. What I have done at YOLO has made me the person who I am here today. YOLO has given me great opportunities just like this one. One main contributing factor that has helped me stay connected with YOLO would have to be student council. Student council is great because by joining student council, it helps develop leadership, decision-making, and organizational and responsible skills. These skills will help you develop important life decisions that will later contribute in a positive fashion. Other benefits of being a member of student council include opportunities to make a positive impact on the school and community. Networking and socialization with other student leaders has helped me develop personal growth and leadership skills. Having honesty and being a humble person has been a big skill that I have developed while attending YOLO. Honesty is key, especially when creating a relationship with one another. Trustworthiness as a vice president of the school is a major factor in my elections for when I run for the next school year. Being humble has helped me recognize who you really are and helps establish a healthy relationship with the students and the staff members. Always treat people with empathy, respect, and kindness. Some words of wisdom that I always keep in mind, like Mr. Ladine here says, treat others the way you want to be treated. In conclusion, I would like to say this school is filled with amazing opportunities. I would also like to give a special thank you to my parents, Ms. Palacios, my teachers, and other staff members who have helped me develop who I am today. And I cannot wait to continue growing and achieve goals I have yet to complete. So once again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Item number 8, consent calendar. The consent calendar items are routine in nature and usually do not require board discussion. Individual items may be removed by board members and presented for discussion and separate action. The consent calendar will be adopted by a roll call vote. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to vote. I'll second.
Mr. Bazar?
Aye.
Ms. Conforti?
Aye.
Ms. Hurst?
Aye.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
And Mr. Corral, myself, both sides. Number 9, action items. Item A, approval of resolution 2324-18, rescinding specific certificated and classified layoffs.
Make a motion.
I'll second that.
Mr. Bizarre,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself votes aye, 5-0. Action item B, approve Von Renner Elementary change order number 6.01 in the amount of $12,280.84.
I'll make a motion to approve Von Renner Elementary change order 601 in the amount of $12,280.84.
Second?
Are you calling for a second? or
Yeah.
you second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Mr. Bizarre,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Mrs. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself votes aye, 5-0. Action item C, approve first student contract extension. Can I get a motion to approve item C?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second that.
Mr. Bizarre,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Mrs. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
so vote aye, 5-0. Item D, approve Sodexo contract extension 2 for 24-25 school year. Can I get a motion for item D?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Mr. Bizarre,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself vote aye, 5-0. Action item E, approve Edie Bailey contract for audit services.
I make a motion.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Bizarre,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
myself vote aye, 5-0. Action item F, approval administrative contract for Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Guess I have to read all this, huh, man? This contract provides certificated employment for Heather Vargas as Newman Crozani Unified School District Director of Curriculum. With the approval of this contract for Director of Curriculum, commencing July 1st, 2024. Heather Vargas will be placed on step 5 salary schedule of $151,997 plus 5% longevity of the assigned step. All other terms and conditions of employee contract will remain in full force and effect. Can I get a motion for item number F?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second that.
Mr. Bizarre,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Nay.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself will aye. Motion passes 4-1. Action item G, approval administrative contract for Director of Special Education. This contract provides for certificated employment of Alyssa Souza as Newman Crozani Unified School District Director of Special Education. With the approval of this contract for Director of Special Education commencing July 1st, 2024. Alyssa Souza will be placed on step 5 of the salary schedule at $151,997. All other terms and conditions of employee contract will remain in effect and full force. Can I get a motion for item number G?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Right. Mr. Rizar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Nay.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral, votes aye, 4-1. Action item H, approval resolution 2324-13 proclaiming Administrative Professionals Week. Could I get a motion for action item H?
So moved. I second.
Mr. Brzar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself votes aye, passes 5-0. Action item I, approval resolution number 2324-14, National School Nurse Day. Could I get a motion for action item I?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Mr. Brzar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas.
Aye.
And myself vote aye, passes 5-0. Action item J, approval resolution 2324-15, California Day of the Teacher. Can I get a motion for action item J?
I'll make that motion.
I second.
Mr. Brzar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself vote aye, 5-0. Action item K, approval resolution 23-24-16, classified employee week.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Brzar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral, 5-0, votes A. Action item 11, approve school plan for student achievement for Oristimba High School, Westside Valley High School, Yolo Middle School, Benita Elementary, Herd Barrington Elementary, Vaughn Renner Elementary, and Hunt Elementary. Action item 11, could I get, or I'm sorry, L, could I get a motion?
I motion that we approve the school plans.
Thank you, Janice. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Frank. Mr. Brzar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Ms. Hurst,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas.
Aye.
And myself vote aye, 5-0. Action item M, approve resolution 23-24, number 17, board compensation for a missed meeting due to illness.
I make a motion to approve the resolution.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Sure, I'll second.
Mr. Brzar,
Aye.
Ms. Conforti,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
and myself vote aye as well, 4-0 passes. Item number 10, future agenda items, we have none listed as of right now. Item number 11 is our superintendent's report.
First, I'd like to point out to our seniors wearing the floaties, congratulations, you still survived. You have not been sniped yet by, is it water? Okay, all right, just checking. Second is I want to give a congratulations to our blood drive that we conducted at Oristimba High School. I believe 49 units of blood, 16 of which were Power Red donations. And because of that, they get a $750 scholarship that they can divide between NAMI and Interactive from Red Cross. So congratulations. We also recently held our LCAP community meeting, and it was done a little bit different. It was broken up more into the sites, and the sites kind of designing their own goals for each site, which could be a little different depending on the makeup of the site and the goals they need to achieve. So it was very well attended. Our community was very involved with that. So thank you. Another great thing about our community is kind of when we all get together for a cause, and one of those was the canine crab feed. And I wanted to say thank you to Jeremy and to Frank for both working in the back, digging out the crab and putting it on in the bowls with everybody. We had a great time, great community event, and of course we had our gloves on when we did all that. But it was a great community event and working together. So thank you.
Item 12, board report. Mr. Brzar, do you have anything tonight for us?
Well, I would like to congratulate our student rep on her choice of college, and I'm sure there are others, many others at our high school who are at this moment trying to decide which school to go to. I want to congratulate all of you. It's a tough time to make a choice, but whatever choice you make, I'm pretty sure, you're equipped to do well and you will do well. So that's the only thing I thought.
Ms. Hurst?
Yes, I would like to say to Carlos, Where'd you go, Carlos? Great. Okay, you did a wonderful job. Mhm.
Mr. Rivas?
For any seniors in here, this is it. You have a month and a half left. Enjoy it. Still go to school on time. Have fun, okay? I do want to acknowledge, I think they're here. Blake Mello, Caleb Moran, and Angel Reynoso for being selected in the All-Star for basketball and all the small schools. So good job, boys. You played last week, right? Good job.
Ms. Conforti?
I'd like to thank the floral design group that's from the high school. Many, many years ago, I kept going in and watching what they were doing and asking, when can I buy some? And then they started a group up and I've been, I think, one of the founding members. Let's keep buying. I love the flowers because my husband only believes in giving me trees. He says they don't die, but I can't put a tree on my dining room table. So I really appreciate the high school and the program. I've showed people that are friends and they said, there's no way that your high school could be doing this. So keep up the good work. It's a good job too, part-time. Thank you.
Well, a couple things tonight. A few weeks ago, I attended the student council meeting at the high school. It was a great group of young future leaders coming up. Those kids are our future. At some point in life here in the near 10, 15, 20 years, we're gonna have to rely on them to take care of us, right? So I just want to say thank you for inviting me. If you would like me to come again, just let me know ahead of time of the date, and appreciate Ms. Hurst coming along as well. That classroom was packed. I didn't even know that our student body class council had that many people in it, but it was a great meeting. Thank you for inviting us.
He would have to take me along because he had to defer to me.
Oh, okay. I attended the LCAP workshop last week, I believe it was. A lot of you employees were here working on your issues that you guys seem that were prioritized in your tables and stuff like that. It was great to see that many people here working on the same common goal and the theme. Okay. So I appreciate you for that. And then any of the students that need their
That don't have an agenda and may need the agenda, we
Yeah.
can get a copy.
come on up after, we'll get those signed for you guys. Okay. That's all I have for you tonight. What's the next meeting? May what? Sorry, I put you on the spot again. I always do this.
6th,
May 6th.
I'm assuming.
Thank you for everyone coming tonight. It was a packed house. I appreciate every one of you guys.
May 13th.
May 13th is the next school board meeting. With that, a meeting is adjourned at 7:08.